everybody, welcome on in. I hope we are doing well. Thank you very much. Let's just see who we have with us this evening. We've got the lovely Pam. Hello, my darling. Hello, Mrs. Kazmataz. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Olga. Hello, Emma. Hello, Dalise. How are you, my darling? Hello, Francie. It's lovely to have you here. Hello, Anna-Marie Claxton. Oh, yeah, it's so lovely to have... Oh, am I a bit quiet? Let's do some... Because I've got a brand new microphone and I've got to change some settings, it would seem. Let's see if we can do that. I've not got my face cam on this evening because I'm not feeling too great and you guys do not want to see this. So, whilst I'm trying to sort out this microphone, let's see what we can do to try and boost the sound on it. I don't think there is really anything I can do. Properties, no, I can't do anything there. Filters, nope. Try. How's about that? Is that any better? I'm hoping I sound a bit better now. Hello, Betty. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well, my lovely. Oh, good. I'm glad it's better. Excellent. Excellent. Right. So now that I've said hello to everybody who is... Oh, hello, B. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So some of you guys are probably going to notice that I've got some different ink pads sitting around to what I normally do. Now... Oh, Jacinda. Oh, welcome on. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Oh, it was lovely to meet you last weekend. I was actually about to mention that. So, those of you who don't know, last weekend I actually attended the Lisa Horton retreat, which was so much fun. I can't lie; it was absolutely wonderful. I met some lovely ladies, and we had a wonderful time. So it was it was a lot of fun. People saw me buy far too much than what I probably should have done, but you know, these are the things that I do because we all know me. I'm terrible. So as you can see, I don't have my normal links because I've picked these few lovely ones that are from Lisa Horton, which are picked by Paula Inks. So tonight I'm going to be using the Helen Teal, the Andy Magenta, and the Georgia Moss. Now, I've used these colours to make this card, which I think is... Actually, it's one of my better ones. I like it. I really like it a lot. And of course, I'm using the Sheena stamps, which are Forever Love and First Love. So I did use some from both sets. We're not going to necessarily recreate this exact card, but we are going to be doing something that's going to be similar to it. Just let the camera focus back in on that. So we will be doing something that is similar to it. It may not turn out exactly the same because I have picked out some other things that we can use. So I've got my inks, I've got my stamps. So I've got my generic stencil here. This is just from a random stencil pack that I picked up off of everybody's favourite website. You know, these things are just general shapes and stuff. But I do also have the frame that Sheena released with her Christmas collection that I cut out of Mylar, so it's an actual stemple. It's an actual stencil. So I was thinking that maybe we could use some of the flourishes off this in a different way. So it is going to be... yeah, I think we're going to just try a few different things, see what sticks, as it were, and we're going to give it a nice go. So, I've been super duper prepared today because I had today off. So I've already made myself a 7x7 card blank, and then I've given myself a 1/2 inch edge, so I cut a black matte layer down to 6.5 by 6.5, then a white matte layer down to 6.25 by 6.25, So it will give that lovely, lovely look. And then I've got my piece of watercolour cardstock, which I have cut down to 6 by 6. So it will build up something nice and pretty. So it will be similar. It just may not look exactly the same because we may use a few different stamps. I just thought that was a lovely little sample to make to be able to show you guys what we were going to be doing this evening. Uber organised, sir. I am impressed. Well, thank you very much. I'm very glad that you think it's impressive that I'm being prepared to make a lovely change for myself. So what we're going to do is just for quickness sake, I'm going to stick these. Oh, hello, Michelle. Welcome on in, my lovely. Thank you so much for being here. I did enjoy your live. I wasn't very talkative because I was eating my dinner. And, you know, I didn't want to get greasy fingerprints all over my phone because, you know, I'd have to clean it. Hello, Laurie. Welcome on in, my lovely. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. So I'm just going to stick these down. So we've got our nice matte layers ready to go as soon as we're done with the top layer. And I'm using up that Collal glue because, you know, it's quite potent. Right. So there we are. That is our card blank all ready to go with its lovely mats and layers. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Now to get on to the serious business. The business at hand, they would say. I absolutely love getting on to the business at hand. So, what we're going to do first... Oh, I was actually going to start stamping, but I don't want to start stamping. I want to start inking first. So we're going to move some of these things out of the way. And we're going to start with the lightest colour, which is going to be the lovely yellow colour. And I'm just going to give that a little spritz. And I'm just going to clear that bit of schmutz off of my card. And I'm just going to randomly just blop, 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 blop. I love making things like this. And you can see, look how well that ink takes on there. It's absolutely gorgeous ink. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's... Oop. I use the texture side of the water card. So yes, Michelle, these are Sheena's new stamps, which are Forever Love and First Love. Oh, good evening, Mr. Ben. It's so lovely to have you here. And happy crafty ho-ho. Welcome on in. I love a ho-ho. I usually am. So I'm so naughty. Oh, it's awful. Oh wow, look at how that's gone. That is madness. Right, and I'm just going to again randomly just splodge my watercolor card into the ink. I don't think I was very generous with my water there. There we go. I think that's quite nice, and we're just going to build up the colour really. I do like how that's coming together already. Now I could branch out and I could use some of the interference inks. I did buy, much to some people's amusement and other people's not amusement, I did actually buy every single ink pad that Lisa had available at the craft retreat. I don't know if I should be admitting this with Aaron watching. Oh, I'd like a bit more pink on there, I think. Let's get a bit more of that down. Yes, I was a very, very, very naughty boy at that event. Very naughty indeed. And actually, I think I would like to build in a bit more yellow. I caused a queue. I didn't cause a ruckus in the queue. I just caused a queue. And that was a problem for some people, bless their hearts. But, you know, we were all there to do the same thing, which was buy to excess and have a fun time, so... There we go. Oh, it's Rhonda here. Oh, hello, Rhonda. Welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're doing well. And as you can see, actually, how lovely those inks have come together to make that really nice inky splotchy background. So I'm just going to... Oh, where's that gone? That would be what I saw go over. What I heard go over earlier on. I'm just going to use my heat tool very quickly just to dry that out. And I think that's dry enough for me. And then all I'm going to do is come in with one of my blending brushes. Now these aren't Lisa's blending brushes, but I love using blending brushes now since I went to the event. It's a brand new thing for me. I've never used them before, but I do love them, so. And all I'm going to do is just come around that outer edge with the pink. I'm going to pick up some of the stuff. Some of the ink that I've left off of the edge there. And I'm just going to build that, going around the edges. And whilst I'm doing that, oh, where did they come from? What are we talking about? What come from where? Oh, are we talking about the little blending brushes? The little blending brushes came from everybody's favourite website. Zippity Doodah, welcome on in. She's sashaying in. Oh my gosh, she's sashaying, she's swishing, she's... Bless your heart, Lure from Texas. Oh, thank you. Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you so much. Yes, that one, Caroline. Everyone's favourite website. And they were ridiculously cheap. And I don't mean to be horrible. You can tell they were ridiculously cheap. I'm only using them because they are what I have. And when I have been... once the bank manager's done with me, I will be buying some of Lisa's. But at the moment, me and the bank manager are not on talking terms. And by bank manager, I do not mean... I don't mean Aaron. Oh, are you doing the bend and snap, girl? She's doing the bend and snap. You know, my favourite thing to say from... Look at you dress like that. You're like the 4th of July. I really want a hot dog. Apparently doing that voice at the moment is not a good idea for me. But yeah, she really wants a hot dog. Oh. Oh, you look just like the 4th of July. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's an amazing Jennifer Coolidge. It sure was. Oh, dearie me. I am so naughty. Whatever Gaz is on, I want some. Well, at the moment, I'm on... what am I? I'm on cold and flu, day and night tablets, so... I'm trying to beat it before it takes hold of me, because I know it's taking hold of me. So, yeah, I'm just trying to not become an absolute mess of whatever this thing that is trying to take hold of me is. I really like how that pink edge is coming along. There we go. So, and you can see how well that's kind of just taken around the edging there. It looks really nice. And I'm just going to clean up my little mess that I have made. And then just to finish it off, because, you know, I don't have a problem at all. And I'm just going to literally scrape down the edge of the cardstock using my black ink pad, which you can see I'll grab the card that I originally did, and I'll show you that I did the same thing on that one, just around the edge, because it helps it stand out a little bit from that white. So, where have I put the original card? Ah, there it is. So you can see I did the same just on this one here, where I went around the outer edge just to give it that little oomph. So we have something that looks a bit like that. And I'll be keeping this out because that is the ink pad that I will be using going forward. So I'm not going to mention anything about this. Yeah, this is something that's not happening, so, you know, I'm not saying a word about it at all in any way, shape or form. Ha 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 ha. And I'm just going to put that foam mat underneath there because I'm going to be stamping. Now, where did I put the stamper? There it is. Excellent. So that should work. Something like that. And then press down. Excellent. Right. This is my first time using this. So it's a new thing. It's new. I'm just going to set that down on there like so. And hopefully that will help tack that down to the mat as well. Now, which stamps did we want to use? Now, we think I think we have a little Lisa Horton crush. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea at all. So I would actually like to use the younger couple on this one. So we're going to go in with our lovely young gentleman. And I do actually like the fact that that grid is there, so I can line it up nicely. So I have them going exactly where I would like them to be. Oh, Francie, they are so gorgeous. I absolutely adore them. So I want that to be in line with that, and I might bring her in a little, just a smidgy bit closer. So please remember that these are all brand new stamps. Actually, I want to drop her. I put her a smidgy bit too high. And there we go. Right. They are the right way up for me to be stamping with, if you get what I mean. And I want to use that one. And off of that one, I want to use that one. These are just so lovely. And I absolutely love that I get to make an inky mess. Yeah. I'm not a child at all. So I may have to do these a few times because these are brand new stamps that I've literally not used yet. There we go. Just line that back up. No, come on. There you go. Behave. Yeah, so it might take me a few times to get them to go properly, but that should. Let's get the there we are. Hopefully that's done a nice that has done a nice, but I do need to re-ink and re-stamp. So I'm just going to re-ink. This tacky mat is so tacky. Please don't move. Please don't move. And it moved. But you know what, I kind of like how that's turned out anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly clean those off. And I'm going to realign those so that... Oh, actually, I could just do them so that they're like that, couldn't I? Oh no, I can't do them so that they're like that because it'll just look silly. Right, not a problemo. I think that should look perfectly fine. Just take those off of there. Normally this all lines up properly, but because I'm this is a me thing, not an actual the Stampy Mat thing. It's because I haven't figured out how to do it all properly yet, with it all being new to me. So hopefully going forward I will figure it all out properly and it won't look as silly. And there we go. And even then, it doesn't matter if those are a little bit off because it really just adds to the whole, it adds to the whole thing, I feel. So I'm just going to clean those off and I will put those stamps off to the side. And then we could do the fun bit. Now, do we want our bubbles going that way or that way? Because I don't think they need to go the same way as what they did on the other card. Let's, oh, there goes that, I suppose. Oh, hello. It's my lovely mother-in-law. Hello, Sarah. Oh, bless. Yeah, the stamps are not designed to be clean lines, so I think it does give it a really nice look. And actually, for the bubbles, I think I'm going to kind of go across in that kind of motion this time. So what I'm going to do is, again, because I really do enjoy actually using these, and I find these work really well with stencils, just like generally a brush works so much better with a stencil than like these blending foams do. So, and I'm just going to kind of pick out an area where that colour isn't. So up here we don't have any yellow, so I'm just going to kind of pick it up and then ink blend it through a few, and down here as well because it's not very strong. And I'm not doing everything everywhere, I'm just kind of picking out a few areas for the different colours. Now I'm going to be quite brave on this one because I'm going to use quite a bit of pink. So I'm going to come back in with that magenta. And I'm just going to go there. Oops, that wasn't a good idea, was it? Let's put a little bit of magenta bubbles there. You know what, I think I might do one there too. And these brushes just work they work really well on things like this. Then I should get my blue. I do love the names of these, they're so funny. Yes, I do have plans for making a card for the little monster. And again, I'm just picking out a few areas where the colour necessarily isn't. I would like a few. I do apologise, guys. I'm just a smidgy bit under the weather. And there we go. So we've got those bubbles going across there. You know what, I think we need to put some down here. And that's the great thing as well, is that you can kind of peel this back, have a quick look, see if everything's okay. And then if you do want to put some more in, you can, and it will just go back to exactly where it was before. So I'm just going to re-peel that. And you know what, I think that's actually come out really nice. So you can see and I'm just going to take that off the mat there and bring it up to the camera so you can see a bit better, so you can really see how well those have gone through there. I'm just going to reset that back to where it came from. And I'm going to bring in my sentiments. So I really do just want to have a look and see what we've got here so I can see which one I might want to use. have? I kind of want to go with that. So what I'm going to do is I want to use the love off of here. So I'm just going to cover the bit of the stamp I don't want to use with a little bit of low tack tape. So if I do get any ink on it, I can just wipe it off, so it just covers that up, and then I've only got the one word there that I want to use. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to bring in a scrap of card, which I should have just here. Just a little scrap, because I don't want first generation ink on this. I want what's the word? I want to be doing second and third generation stamping. So, because I don't want them to be absolutely bright. So I'm just going to ink that up and come back in and go with that. So the initial stamp I'm just stamping off, and then I'm randomly going in. Oh no, I got ink on the heel and I didn't realise. So this is what not to do, guys. Hiya, Anna. Hello, Mary. Welcome on in. I'm in health and safety training, so watching the transcription to know what he's saying. Oh, bless you. What you don't want to do is get ink on the heel of your and then just ink it over, because I've kind of ruined that a bit now. But you can always learn from my mistakes. I'm always happy for that. And I'm just going to carry on. Oops, I accidentally put a full first generation one on there. Whoops. But it's okay. It'll blend out. There we are. I'll just put another one up there. That one out and put and I'll just go over that one again. But please don't do what I've done with this. Actually, that's a fair point. I could do that. So if I do the initial line off, and then I can just... There we go. That does actually make it look like it should be there. Just so that you guys are aware, the set does come with a texture stamp for rain, but that kind of does make it look like it's a rainy effect. Yeah, Aaron's just said, like literally as I was saying it, it looks like rain. Well, there was no way I was going to be able to put a butterfly on it, was there? So that is usually what we do as crafters, is we put a little butterfly on something to make it not look like it's a total travesty when we go wrong. And you know what I would like to do as well is in these areas where I haven't inked, I'm going to bring in this stencil from Sheena's Christmas collection. And I think with just what's left on my, what ink's left on my brushes, I'm just going to kind of bring that in and just, so I'm going to tap the majority of the ink off and just blend through those sections, because I think that the flourishes would actually look quite cool too. I think it just adds a little bit of something extra. I might as well just use that little bit of ink that I've left there. There we are. I think that just, it just adds a little extra, tiny little bit of detail. So this is actually a digital frame that is a part of Sheena's Christmas collection. I just cut it out in Mylar instead of cutting out in card. And it's a wonderful stencil. It is an absolute wonderful stencil. And it was actually one of the things I cut on my brand new Brother Scan and Cut that I didn't buy when I was at a craft, when I was at the craft event with our lovely Caroline. Because I didn't buy that when I was there. No, it never happened. Right, so where's my protective pad for that? So I just need to pop that back on there. And I can move that off to the side. I'll put that bit of scrap in the bin. And I shall bring back in my card blank. And I'm just going to pop enough glue on there for that. And there we go. Now, this sentiment that I did on this one, it is a wonderful little thing that I picked up in my local Sainsbury's. They were selling this off for £25, so it's a Dymo label maker. And it connects up to your phone. And you can make absolutely any label you want with it. So I'm just loading it up just now. And I can tell it to do what text style I want as well. So I'm... Did I want it in that size? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we'll have it in that size. And I can tell it that it's got a load of... my screen is so bright. It's got a load of different settings there that you can use. Now, I like to use the vintage because it's really cool and goes with what I'm doing. And then... and it's just going to send that off. So this was the one bit I couldn't pre-prepare. So I've just done that as my darling sweetheart. So we've got the sentiment that's going to go along the bottom just there. I shall turn that off and pop that away for now. And I'm just going to matte and layer that onto some black and white cardstock. So it is 4 1/4 by 1/4. So I need to do a matte and layer for that one at 4 1/2 by 3/4, and then 4 3/4 by 1 inch. So what I am going to just do is, yeah, I'm going to ink it up first. So I don't know why, but this ink just really lends itself to blending on that paper. So I'm going to grab my blending and because this is paper tape that I'm using, I can ink blend on it. It will sit and stick. I just need to help it in drying. So I will get my tool out quickly. Oh dear, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realise that the heat tool would actually, because it's heat. Okay, we'll do another one. That's on me, people, that's on me. That was very silly of me. But I can just print that again. And maybe just ink it and not go over it. I have a very similar label maker to my label stash. I never thought to use it this way. Excellent idea. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Francie. That is why they call it trial and error. That is for sure. Make it a happy little accident, as Bob Ross always says. Oh, thank you, darling, for saying that. And hopefully doing it like this mean that is going to be okay. Right, so I need a white piece of card, which is what we're going to do for the start of it. And I needed that to be 4 1/2 by 3/4. So, oh no, it was, yeah, it was by half. So if I do that at a half on the long way, and then we'll snip that down to 4 1/2. I'm pretty sure it did say 4 1/2. Yeah, I did say 4 1/2. And as well, this is going to get a bit mucky, but I am just going to give it that same just little edge with the black ink. And you know, I don't mind if if it gets a little bit smudgy or anything like that, because it all just kind of adds to the effect, in my mind anyway. And to help it just dry, I'm going to dab it off with my cloth, which will make it a little bit, I mean, it kind of all just adds to the effect. If you can see there that I've I've inked it a little bit with the yellow and I've gone around the outer edge with the black. I promise you it will look lovely when it's on the card. If I can get the backing of this paper to come off. There we go. And then all I need to do is line that up with my... Oh, it was meant to have been a 3/4 strip. I'm an empty. I cut my strip wrong. So I did want it to be a 3/4 strip. So a 3/4 inch strip. Because I'm an empty new news. 3/4 inch strip by 4.5. Make sure that's all nicely lined. And I haven't stuck that down properly yet, so I can just pop in with my pokey tool and adjust it up as I need to. There we go. There we are. Then I just need a black piece of cardstock, and I'm going to go at 4 3/4 by 1 inch. So I'll cut it at the 1 inch first. Then 4 3/4. And there we go. And I'm just going to set that off a little bit down there. And there we have it. And I think that's actually turned out quite well, considering I'm not very well. So yeah, I think it's not a bad little card. It's come together quite well, considering I made a few I made a few whoopsies on it, but it has I think it has turned out all right. I'm very pleased with it. Let me just have a quick look at when I'm going to be able to do another live, because everything's a little bit up in the air at the moment with work and stuff. So I'm just going to take a quick look. I was very lucky I managed to squeeze this evening's one in. I'm just going to find the bits that I need. Thank you for that. I will not be just a quick second, guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me. So I should be able to fit... Oh, I could fit in another live on Saturday evening, which would be nice. So on Saturday the 4th, 2 days' time. And then I am off from the 10th to the 13th, so I'll be able to fit in a few more lives then as well. I'm going to be probably using a bit of Lisa Horton stuff going forward, as you could probably tell. I did buy some of her products, and I would love to showcase a few of them as well, just to kind of show you what can be done with them, because I think some of her stuff is really great. But this evening was all for those lovely Sheena stamps. So what I'm going to do is just say a massive thank you to every single one of you for being here and continually supporting me. It means the absolute world to me that you guys keep coming back, even though I'm a bit of I can be a little bit flaky. But once things start getting back into a decent pattern, I should be doing a few more lives a bit more regularly. And I will do absolutely everything I can to make sure I'm doing more lives and the such. So I will see you all on the next one. I'm gonna pop it on Saturday for Saturday now as soon as I finish. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for supporting me, everybody. I love you all so much. Bye bye.